Hey everybody, it's Melinda from Paper Wishes by Melinda. I am super excited to bring you today the Stampin' Up! May Batter Up kit. It was a really fun kit. I had fun creating the alternative projects, which I'm going to share with you in just a minute. The sign up is now on for the June Expressions in Color. Oh, this one looks so fun. It all is going to coordinate with our new, and I can't find it right at the moment. It was right. Oh, artistically inked stamp set and dies. There's beautiful paper. This kit looks super fun. There's going to be some surprises in this kit. Lately, Stampin' Up! Has done an amazing job of sending us some just fun little surprises in our kits. This one I really encourage you to sign up for. I think you're going to love it. You can sign up for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. If you don't like it, you can cancel and get a refund back. You can suspend your subscription. Oh my, I can't talk tonight. If the next month just doesn't look like something you're interested in. However, don't be stuck on what the theme of the kit is, because you can adapt the kits to any theme that you really need. That's what's really fun about them. It's fun to get all the supplies to just create in one little box. Sometimes it's overwhelming when you have a lot of supplies, or sometimes you're just starting and you don't really have a lot of supplies. Either way, Paper Pumpkin is a perfect way to create. You can create cards, you can create projects, awesome scrapbook layouts. I used to be a huge scrapbooker. I just joke, my kids aren't cute anymore. I do still scrapbook some. So I am excited to use this Batter Up. I get 2 kits every month, so I can create and share with you, and I can actually have a kit to play with myself. So I will be making some scrapbook layouts. I might share those with you in my Facebook group later. Another fun thing is, if you'd like to join my Paper Wishes Facebook group, I have a Facebook page, which is more of a business page, and then I have a Facebook group. Join me, ask to friend me into the group, and I would love to have you join our talented group of stampers. We just share, I try to create projects and share with them. I have a blog, paperwishesbymelinda.com. It's a little bare lately because life has been crazy. We had a death in the family. We have a new project going at work, a new computer project that has just been massive. We're tailing to the end of it, but it's still really busy. I will survive, and I will be back more than I have been. But as always, I absolutely love to stamp, I love to create, and I love to share with you. So please like this video, share it if you like it, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down. I am new to the video world, getting a little better every time, but I'm sure I have a lot of work to do. I appreciate your comments. I am super excited. I'm going to flip the camera. If you are looking for a demonstrator, I would love to help you out. If you are in need of a catalog, the new catalog is amazing, and I would be happy to help you with that too. I am addicted. I'm telling you guys, if you don't have this catalog, I just looked at it a minute ago and found another set that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, and I haven't ordered it yet. This catalog is jam-packed with amazing stamp sets. Every time we have a catalog launch, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. This one, whoa, there are just amazing stamps. It's so much fun. They really knocked it out of the ballpark. Haha, a little pun with the Batter Up kit, but they did. The stamp sets are just awesome. I love Stampin' Up! Because everything coordinates. There's lots of stamp companies out there, but you have to buy this and you have to buy that. Stampin' Up! Coordinates. We get a suite. A suite is, you can buy things individually, or you can buy a suite. A suite is the stamp set, the coordinating paper. We recommend the ink colors that you use with the coordinating paper. You can use whatever you want, but they give you suggestions of what really goes well with that paper. We have embellishments, ribbons. The suites are so much fun. Suites are a savings, bundles are a saving. Bundles are usually like a stamp set and a punch. Suites are literally everything. Maybe the embossing folder, the die cuts, the stamp set, the paper, embellishments. You can buy the whole suite. So check out the catalog. There's great ways to save on Stampin' Up! Not only that, you can be a hostess and earn product credits. You can be a demonstrator and save. Oh yeah, I highly recommend being a demonstrator. Trust me, it's the way to go. $99 is a very small investment in your hobby business, your full-time business, your part-time business, or your just for fun business. there's no strings attached. You can literally be whatever you want it to be. I have a great Paper Wishes team. We have an awesome group of stampers that just love to share. We're great friends. I also am part of a great group of stampers, and our the upline over me has amazing training that is free to all of you for being a part of my group. So it's a really cool reason. It can be literally anything you want it to be. I encourage you to check out Stampin' Up. If you're new to stamping, check out the Paper Pumpkin kits. It is a great way to start. It's a great way to build your collection, to just get a little bit of a knowledge of how to stamp, where to start, and hopefully these videos will help you. I love to feature simple, fast, fun cards. I'm not a putsy. I don't like a ton of little pieces on my cards. Everybody has their own style. The more you stamp, you're going to find your own style. So that's why Paper Pumpkin Kit is a great way to start. I have a Paper Pumpkin Perks Club. So if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin through me, paperwishesbymelinda.com is my website. You can go there and you can subscribe to, like I said, 1 month, 3 months, a Paper Pumpkin subscription. What is Paper Pumpkin? You're going to find out in just a second, but it is a super fun kit that comes to you monthly. You need to sign up by the 10th of every month to receive your subscription. It comes to you in your mailbox, and it is full of all the stuff that you'll see below. It is a great way to get started. In my Paper Pumpkin Perks Club, after you get your subscription, I follow up with the video as I'm making for you now, and alternative ideas. I mail you or email you the PDF of all the projects that I make, which each kit I tend to get anywhere from 15 to 20 plus cards or projects out of them. Normally you get 8 to 9 cards out of a kit with tons of extra supplies, or there's a project or two in the, or some projects. Every month it features different things. But I like to take the pumpkin kit and just digest it, expand it, and see how much fun I can have with it. And then I love to share it with all of you. So I send all of my Paper Pumpkin Perks members more supplies to make a few more cards, a full color PDF, a few gifts and surprises, and usually a sweet treat or two. So it is highly worth the investment, and I think the Paper Pumpkins Perks Club is really fun. So if you were interested in that, like I said, you need to sign up for Paper Pumpkin under me, paperwishesbymelinda.com, and you will become a part of my Paper Wishes Perks Club. I just have fun with it. I love to spoil my customers. I love to spoil my demonstrators. I just have fun. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to flip over the kit so you can see this, flip over the camera. So hang on a second. So you can see this kit. We're going to make a couple alternative cards, and I have a few other projects. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet because I tend to talk way too much. So hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully you'll stick with me to the end. Here we go. Hang on. Let's see if I can get this without giving you motion sickness. Oh goodness. All right. I think we are good. All right. This is the kit. This is how it comes every month. And I am just going to open it up. Every month you get a stamp set. This is, like I said, the stamp set for this month, the baseball stamp set. You're the greatest, you're the best, all-star, mom, brother, friend, uncle, dad. These are great because as you build your collection of stamps, you have such a variety every month. We've had sympathy, we've had birthday, baseball, oh, thinking of you, you name it, we've had it. So it's just a great way to start stamping. Bubblegum, how fun was that? Remember how I said they're really jazzing it up lately? Bubblegum, super fun. Just a fun little surprise in there. Every month you get an ink spot. It's a great way to start your collection. I'm going to use my big ink pads tonight. These are great for traveling, perfect for starting your collection. Every month we have a different color. Next month there's actually, I believe, going to be 2 ink spots in your kit. So remember, this is the Expressions of Color. You need to send it by June 10th if you want to subscribe for that. Everything is beautifully packaged in tissue, which is kind of fun. It just makes it special. Who doesn't love a beautiful gift? These boxes are awesome for storing your cards when you're all done too. I'm going to rip this open, not rip it, we're going to cut it open, and we're going to get started with the kit. This month we got some white baker's twine. I love baker's twine. Love, love, love to use it on all my projects. And some Stampin' Dimensionals. It's fun to, adhesive backed, it's fun to add dimension to all your projects. So we'll set that aside. We have some awesome little embellishments in red and bumblebee. Real red, bumblebee. Those are fun. Each month you always get envelopes, and these are lined, so that is just fun. Makes for just a really pretty card in the mail. Here's your card stock. And There's some mini glue dots, and that's for sticking down the baker's twine. The directions this month were super fun. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but they're in color. Normally the front was in color and the back was in color, but the inside was not. So they have really upped the instructions. These are the instructions that come in the kit every month to make the projects as they are in the kit, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with making them as they are. Like I said, I just love to challenge myself to make alternative ideas. There's a few alternative ideas on the back of the pamphlet too, but each month it comes with instructions. Here's the card bases that come in the kit, and there's some really fun die cuts. So we're going to make some cards, but I'm going to show you my alternative projects. I love this kit. It was really fun. Like I said, I love baseball. What little guy wouldn't love to get some baseball cards? Happy birthday, Father's Day. These are just so much fun. This one I put on Bumblebee cardstock. You're in a league all of your own. There's some embellishments. I used a navy card base. I did pop this up with Stampin' Dimensionals under the white. So this is 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4. And then I just took this 1/4 of an inch on the white, added one of the die cuts out of the kit down here, some embellishments. This was another die cut out of the kit. Super fun, just a cute card. There's the first one. Another one was You're in a League of Your Own, and I put Son. Both of my boys played baseball, so what a fun card to give somebody for their birthday, Father's Day, whatever you want to do. Those are the little die cuts that come in the kit. This is one more of the die cuts. I just popped this off the card. This is cutting up one of the card bases. So navy, real red. I added one of the fun little baseball hats. I'll show you that die cut set in just a second. So it's fun. I do like to add a few things and to the kits. All Star, this one is just okay, but I was just playing. This is actually some of the card base cut up. There's one of the bases. There's a die cut bat out of the kit, some embellishment, All Star. Like I said, it's okay. I used some baker's twine and knotted it off. You're the greatest of all time inside it. Just another one. You're the best. We are huge Iowa State fans. Don't hold that against me, but red and gold, those are our colors. So what a great thank you. I can use this as a thank you to someone, some of our friends. I used one of the card kits. I love to cut the card bases apart, and that's how I did this. That's 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just went out 1/8 of an inch with the basic white. Stitched so sweetly. Die cuts are, if you know me at all, those are my absolute favorites. So that is out of that. You're the best. I just tugged a little bow underneath the die cut with a little mini glue dot out of the kit. Whoops. And used some of the embellishments on each side. Just super cute. There's a little, never throw away when you're trimming these down, because your card bases are a little bit bigger. Use those strips inside your card. Don't throw them away. Just a great way to use them all. I love this one. This is one of the card bases cut down. There's another one of the cards cut into 4 by 5 1/4. All-Star Brother. The baseball is out of the kit. So is the bat. Just super cute cards. I had fun making these. There's another strip of the card that I would have cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. So there's that 1/4 of an inch strip. Use them inside your card. This is a fun one. This is another one of the card bases, and this uses the hats off die cut set and stamp set, and I'm going to use this in a couple of the cards. Just a super fun once again bundle that we have, and it says to the guy that wears many hats. I know my husband always has a hat on his head, like it's torture to have him take his hat off. So it's perfect for him. It says, Dad, to the guy that wears many hats. This is also out of the kit. I just used my dual tag punch to punch one of the ends of the little die cut that comes in the kit right there. And I die cutted the hat out of the Hats Off set. Dad, and you're the best. I love this card. Just super fun. Perfect for Father's Day. Father's Day is next weekend, so don't forget. It's coming right up. How about this one? All-Star. Perfect for a little leaguer. Got the baseball, the bat. All-Star. This is a die cut out of the kit. Used real red card base. Then we used the Knight of Navy card stuck underneath it. 4 by 5 1/4. This is one of the card bases cut down. And added some embellishments. You're the greatest of all time. There's some of that the bottom of this card is right there. So they are fun. I love this card. This is You're the Greatest of All Time. It is a 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then I used basic white, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I absolutely love to use, and that was not a good thing, our 6 by 6. This is the Neutrals Designer Series paper packs. These are in, every year we come out with in colors, and then we have coordinating 6 by 6 paper packs in our color families that coordinate. This is the Neutrals paper pack, and this is some of the navy paper that I used out of this kit. I love to design with these little 6 by 6 paper packs. They're $11.50, and they just go on and on and on. This is the Neutrals. There's Neutrals, Brights, all of our colors in our color families. Stuck the bat down, You're the Greatest of All Time. This is with our stitched ovals, and I cut out of the hats off. Actually, no, I fussy cut out of the baseball kit the hat out of the stamp set right there in the navy. I just fussy cut that out with my scissors. I did use some Night of Navy Baker's Twine out of the Well Suited pack, which is retiring. There are some amazing going gone specials. Be sure you're checking those out in the Stampin' Up rack. We are getting ready to close out the spring summer mini catalog, so there's a lot of awesome specials up to 50% off. The Well Suited is one of the bundles going, so that's a fun one. You're the best friend. Isn't it just, this is a summer card. Sometimes you just want to say thank you to a friend for doing something special for you. That's the base turned upside down. You're the best. There is the other half of that card. Remember back here where I cut up the top of the card? Right there, there's the bottom of the card. Isn't that clever? So I ended up getting 2 cards out of that. So I used the Bumblebee 4 by 5 1/4. There's a little strip. Once again, I use my strips out of everything. So that is a strip out of the navy or the wood grain card base. There's the bottom of that card. Then I took it into 3 1/4 by 5 for basic white and stuck the pieces on from there. Super fun one. Again, there's another little strip of the die cut of the cardstock that I used. I love to put white inside of my cards, basic white or whatever color coordinates. I usually always put basic white inside though. So I always cut 4 by 5 1/4. I just cut a whole bunch of them, then they're on hand when I need them. This was just another fun one I was playing with, kind of for a collage. This would be really cute if you're scrapbooking to just put up in the corner of a page. And this is just stamps out of the set. I was kind of towards the end of everything. I just stamped in Night of Navy ink, which is the ink that comes in your kit. And I have the bat, the hat, all-star, the little embellishments, and this is just a little piece of one of the card fronts. Remember, I use all my scraps and I keep all the little scraps, so it just shows that you can take the littlest piece and still use it in a card. So all of the dimensions for these will be, like I said, on my blog. I will share those, Paper Wishes with Melinda by Melinda.com. We're going to make a few more of the cards that I have for you today, because I think they're fun. I hope you enjoy them. This one is You're the Greatest of All Time. I am going to change it up just a little bit though for you guys. So we're going to get everything out. I have everything pretty much pre-cut because I wanted to kind of make this video a little quicker. Now this one, I kept it just as is, but I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to show you what I did with this one. When I take my card bases, I literally just cut them in half using our paper trimmer, like so. Then I usually take them down, and then you can use these whites for the inside of your cards. Just cut them down to 4 by 5 1/4. Use them. I use every ounce of these kits. That's why they're just a great investment. So I'm going to cut this one down to 4 by 5 1/4. However, that is not the way I did that one. So you know what? I'm going to do this again because I actually made this a 1/2 inch, and this is 5. So, like I said, I used a piece of the crumb cake, and it's 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, folded and creased with the bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, I highly recommend that you get one. It's just a great way to keep your cards creased. This one, then I cut a 4 by 5 1/4 inch basic white. I stamped the bat on it first, and then I ran it through our soft, subtle embossing folder. I love to add texture to my cards. This one just, the first one seemed a little bit kind of flat, so I just thought, well, let's try it. I don't know if we're gonna like it or not. And then I just went out 1/8 of an inch farther on the Night of Navy. So I'm gonna stick that down to my card like so. And then I am going to take the strip of the card base that we cut. Oh my goodness, what did I do here? I cut that one too short. You know, we're just batting 1,000 here. Let's do this one more time. I want it to be 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, not 5, which it is 5 1/4. So we're good because I already cut that down. Bear with me, we will get this figured out yet. So I'm going to take my, I love to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use our multi-purpose glue, which we'll use in a few projects, or you can use the Stampin' Seal Plus. I love to be quick, so I like to use those. Now, where did my, oh goodness, my neighbor baker's twine is seriously walking away. How does this happen? Only when I turn on a video do things just literally disappear. Oh, but I found it. All right, now we're just gonna take this and wrap it around. I like to do 2 or 3 times. This is kind of a little piece, so we're just gonna do twice, like so, and leave yourself room to tie it. Use your paper snips to snip it off, like so. And I'm just gonna knot this kind of in the center of the card. Guys don't really like bows. I suppose you could put a bow on, but I think it's just kind of fun to knot them off. And then I usually take my paper snips and just snip off your edges to where you want them to be. As you can tell, I actually goofed up and got my bat too high. So look, every side has 2 sides. So just flip it over and use the other side and it will still work. So we're just gonna frame that up after we knotted it, like so. And then I used the ovals, our die cut ovals, and I die cut already to keep this project moving, a real red oval. And we're going to use our stamp set, You're the Greatest of All Time. You could use any of them. Like I said, this kit was just fun. So make sure that you're inking up your stamp well. And I am just going to stamp right down on our stitched oval. Give it a good press. All right, that looks good. Now, since this is such a dark ink, I highly recommend closing them so you don't have a disaster. I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. And remember how we were talking about the Hats Off bundle? There are some really fun die cuts that come in the set. So I'm just gonna show you using the mini emboss machine. I do already have one cut out. This little guy is so much fun. Isn't he cute? He sits right beside me on my table, and I absolutely love to cut out little things with it. So we're just gonna, everything is labeled too, which is so cool. Look, it tells you plate number 1 goes on the bottom. Plate number 2 is next. Then you throw your paper in here and your die cut. I'm gonna cut the little hat. So we're just gonna set it right down like so. Then what the heck? I have 2 number 2s. It's okay. Well, there should be, yeah, that's right. 2 number 2s to make a sandwich. And we're gonna roll it right through. Look at how easy that cuts. It really does. It's moving on my paper, but it just rolls right through and cuts beautifully. It cuts just like butter. I absolutely love this. I love having it right at my table, right beside me. So if I wanna cut little things, I can just grab it and cut out. And we're done. We just fold it up and set it aside. Isn't that fun? So I just die cut a little hat. I just did that for a second while I was letting this ink dry good. And we're gonna use our adhesive and just mount our ovals together. And I am going to flip this up with some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the card, like so. And I just kind of place them around. I always get adhesive happy. I love to use my pick tool to just pull the backs off too. It's just easy. They just slip off so easily. So we're just going to stick that down to the top of the card, and I'm going to use my adhesive to, you could use your glue or you could use your adhesive to stick the baseball hat down. So isn't that cute? Now this one I added embellishments, but I think I'm just going to leave them off this one. Isn't that just a fun card? I really like that. Just adding a little bit of wood grain kind of complements the bat. Obviously I would add some white inside. Actually, you could take the back of this card base, and we will, just so you can see that you can use them all. Just cut this down to 5 1/4 or whatever size you want inside your cards. I usually like to go in 1/4 inch increments for the most part. So just take the edges off that, and there you go. You have the inside of a card. We'll just go ahead and stick it down so you can see how that works. Super cute. It's just really, you don't have to, but I just love, it gives more weight to the card. It's just nice to write on. It just makes it really finished inside. So there's a fun one. Then I took I was having way too much fun with this new hat set. So here is another one, and this is really fun for Father's Day. And it says, "Dad, you're the best." So I used this out of the alternative card. I took a navy card base, 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, creased with the bone folder. Then I took a piece of white, basic white, and it is cut, I should have remembered this, it's 5 1/2 long, and it is 3 1/4 wide. So this one is 5 1/2 by 3, and this is more of our 6 by 6 DSP. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stick, whoops, and now I just ran out of adhesive. Hang on a second while we refill. This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing, is they are so easy to refill. Just grab a refill out of my drawer, and you literally just pop them right in. This is my own runner, and it's kind of gunky. I really probably should clean it up, but it works great. So anyway, just pop it in and boom, you're ready to roll. Sometimes you just have to feed it to the end just a little bit, but isn't that slick? I mean, it doesn't even slow you down when you run out of tape. I love it, and I love to keep extra adhesive on hand. So we are just going to center this, and this is a different pattern than the first card, but it's still kind of cute. It kind of looks like a baseball field if you ask me. This is a fun card for Father's Day. Now I am going to take a piece of basic white. This is just a scrap piece, and I already have, this is out of the Hats Off bundle. I already have the hat mounted, so I am going to stamp that up in some red, like so. I'm just going to put that down in the corner and stamp it. There we go. Now red is kind of a deep ink, so I'm just going to let that dry for just a quick second while we also take the little die cut out of the kit right here, the little red rectangle. I'm going to punch that out of the kit and set that over here. And I also need to cut out the label out of the kit. So we're going to take the little emboss machine. I must have forgot to do that, so bear with me. We're going to cut out the hat label out of the kit. So we're just going to make our sandwich, and this is the little label die cut. Sorry, I should have had that cut. I thought I had everything ready. We're just going to roll that through like so. Whoops, and he just went flying off, but that's okay, we got it. Set him aside again. All right, so there should be a dad in your set, and I'm kind of I'm running out of blocks here. So I have dad on one side and son on the other. That's called improvising with your blocks, or being a little dangerous. I have a lot of blocks, but I actually have so many projects going, I ran out. So I'm going to stamp Dad in Night of Navy on the center of the hat label. I got that a little low, but it'll work. All right, then we're going to cut out our hat again. And I wanted you to see how that works. We can do it with our mini cut emboss machine, and this red ink really needs to get closed. Red is a bad color to get on things. Bad color to get all over things. Okay, let's make our sandwich again. And then we're going to take our hat, and you want to line it up right on your ink images so you can see the red through. You guys can see that, but see, whoops, and then it fell apart here. I'm just lining this up so that I can see my red that I already stamped. And we're just going to cut it out. Whoops. So I'll put my sandwich right over it, like so. I'm going to push it up. And I put the wrong end in. Hang on, we gotta just, oh no we didn't. What is the problem here? It's called live camera things. Here we go. Never go right when you're trying to do it on live camera, and hopefully that didn't move on me. I think we're okay. All right, roll it through. And there's our hat. Isn't that fun? I love this hat. Like, we're from the Midwest, so, you know, we have farmers' hats all the time. We're just a hat family. Every seed corn company gives you a hat. So there's hats all over the place around here. Now, You're the Best is mounted already too for me. And this is out of the Hats Off set also. And I'm going to use my navy ink, and I'm just going to stamp that right on the center of this rectangle out of the kit. Because what dad isn't the best? All right, there we go. Set that aside. Okay, then we're gonna take our tailored tag punches. These are the Duo. I love these punches, and I love to make banners. So this is just a fun kit. It's always easy to stamp upside down so you can get your banners the way you want them. So just kind of make sure that you're in the center and stamp. Turned out good. Same thing again. See how I love to stamp upside down, so I can kind of eyeball that in the center and stamp. Perfect. You're the best. We just got that punched out. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our dad label on our hat. Even though our dad is a little low, it still works. For my husband, we could probably add some dirt from the field around it, and he would just be right at home. Okay, there is our, where did my navy card base go? Huh. You know what? I think I am missing a navy card base. I don't know how I managed to do that, but that's okay. I have one right here that's already cut and scored. I like to keep quite a few extra cards just pre-cut. So when I cut one, I always have the second one just stuck back in my paper folder so it's ready to go. So we're okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stick this layer down, which is 3 1/4 and 3 by 5 1/2, to the center of the card, like so. Then we're going to take our hat, and I'm going to give it some dimension by using the Stampin' Dimensionals. Remember, you get some in your kit to pop the hat up around the card. Take your pick tool to pop those backs off. They do go flying all over your house. That's just a bonus. Sorry about that. It's okay. They vacuum up beautifully. So we're going to stick our dad right there. Then I'm going to pop up the same also. So we're going to use 3 of those and pop this off. If you don't have a take your pick tool, it's awesome. You can use it for embellishments and so many other things. Like I said, popping out little pieces of die cuts that don't pop out. So there you go. You're the best. And then we're going to go ahead and put some of our embellishments. If I can get this open. Goodness gracious. How did they? Well, hang on a second. We're just gonna cut. Oh, there's the seam. Oh, well, we're gonna cut it. We got it. All right, so now we're gonna take our take your pick tool and use what it's really supposed to be for, and take some of the gems, and we're just gonna place those around the card. And there you go. Simple and done. You can tell I added a piece of the white cardstock inside, 4 by 5 1/4. Isn't that just a fun Father's Day card, birthday card? It's just a fun one. Then it's baseball, right? We have to use some baseball cards out of this kit. I thought this was just a super fun all-star card. What? Isn't this just cute for a birthday, little boy birthday party, you name it, all-star. It's just a cute card. So I used a piece of real red. I did stamp inside it, "You're the greatest of all time." There's one of the pieces of the card fronts. So we're gonna make this one next, and I did a lot of it ahead of time already too. So I've got my card base already stamped up. I did die cut out of our stitch shapes a square. So I used the mini cut emboss machine, and I die cut out of the Night of Navy a stitch shape in the square. Then I did a 4 by 5 1/4 Night of Navy. Then I took one of the cards, the navy stripe card base out of the kit right here. And this one, first I cut it down at the center, but then I'm going to go in 1/4 inch. So I'm going to take this into 3 3/4 by 5. And see, there's where I use those extra pieces inside the cards. Just save all those pieces and you will use them. So that is fun. So this is just a super simple card. That's what's fun, is they're just simple. Anybody can make these cards. Trust me, you can do it. So 4 by 5 1/4 inch Night of Navy, 3 3/4 by 5 of the card base, the pinstripe, I suppose you would say, card base. So just stick that right in the center, like so. Then we punched out a baseball out of the die cuts. These are beautiful die cuts, absolutely beautiful. Like I said, they would be great for scrapbooking if you don't want to use them on your cards projects. They were just really neat. So I used the card, and I used a baseball, and I used a bat, and then I went ahead and used one of the all-star punches. So we're gonna take our, you know what, there was my navy card, oh goodness. All right, first we're gonna build our center. So I just basically stuck my baseball down to the stitch square, like so, in the center. Then I took the baseball, and this is real little and fine, so it's actually easier to use the multi-purpose glue on the bat than the tape runner's cut, or the adhesive is kind of hard to get it that fine. You can, but I'm not patient, so this is much easier for me. So we're just going to stick the bat kind of to the center of that. Then I'm going to put some of the dimensionals on the back of the All-Star. Whoops, stuck to my finger, like so. And we are just going to, I am going to use dimensionals here too. I love to add dimension to cards. You do not have to at all, but I think dimension just makes a card speak. I love texture, I love dimension, and I love embellishments. Those are kind of, you will find your style. That seems to be my style on my cards. So we're just going to put this towards the top of the card in the center. And then we're going to take the die cut and stick that to the bottom, All-Star, like so. Then I just added a few of the real red embellishments that came in the kit. One up there, another one right there, and then I just put one down in the corner. I love to use odd numbers. Rule of thumb decorating is just to use odd numbers. So super simple. Once again, isn't that just a cute card? Texture, dimension. I did use one of the extra strips. I actually cut this down a little bit more for there's the bottom of the card. You're the greatest. Once again, just use the back side of that card for the inside of the card. So there's that one. I think that was the navy card I was looking for earlier. I have a couple more This is a fun one because it doesn't have to be about baseball. I thought this was a fun, even though this is supposed to be a, I think, home plate, I made this into like a Father's Day card or birthday card or just for dad. You could put friend, son, there's all kinds of words in that kit. So I used the crumb cake cardstock again and cut a card base. So that is your traditional 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, folded with the bone folder. Then I used a 4 by 5 1/4 basic white, and we used one of the wood looking card bases again. And this one I am going to take into 3 1/4 or 3 3/4, 5 5. So there's some more pieces for me to use on those cards. And we're going to pop out one of our bases. Like I said, when I get done with these kits, I literally have nothing left. That's what's fun about them, is you can literally use all of the pieces. So you're the best. Isn't that just cool? This would be a great thank you too. So you could change this to any color you want. Just make sure. I love our Paul Premier stamps. They stamp beautifully, and they're just, you can see through the clear blocks. Love, love, love the whole system for stamping. So there we go. That looks good. A little tip is, if you have our markers and maybe you didn't get all your ink solid, you can cheat and color in, say that was splotchy, I didn't get all the ink in there. Just grab a marker if you have our Stampin' markers, because they all coordinate with our ink. They all have the same names, Night of Navy marker, and just fill it in. So, whoops, I did put Dad on this, so let's add that down in the corner again. As I'm reading through the sun, I really should get a few more blocks, shouldn't I? You should see all of them I have mounted around here. Okay, so there we go. Then I took some more of that neutral 6x6 Designer Series paper, and I have a piece cut, and this is cut 3 by 4 1/4. That's what I thought, 3 by 4 1/4, and we're gonna make this our focal point. So I'm going to take some of our baker's twine, and you do have some in your kit, and I'm just going to use some because I just happened to grab this, but it does come in your kit too, the littler rolls. All right, this is actually in the Going Gone snail mail combo series for like $4.50. So seriously, people, check out the Going Gone. There is some amazing specials. This one I did wrap 3 times. And I'm going to knot it up, but it really doesn't matter what it looks like because we're going to cover it up on the back side. So just tie that in a knot. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's really hot in Iowa. We started out freezing cold last weekend, and now it's really hot. There's just no happy medium here. So I'm just going to knot that off, and then I'm going to take the base, and we're going to use our dimensionals again. I'm like a holy hot mess here. We've got stuff everywhere today. And I'm just going to kind of put one in each of the corners of the home plate. Like I said, I love baseball. I don't have anybody playing anymore. It just makes me sad. And we're going to go ahead and stick that right down to the top in the center. So I'll leave just a little bit on each side, like so. Whoops, you got a little crooked, but I might be able to peel it up and save it. Yep. All right. So I am just going to take that and I am going to stick it down to our card base with the Stampin' Seal Plus. I like the Plus. We have Stampin' Seal and we have Stampin' Seal Plus. Stampin' Seal Plus is just a little bit heavier, especially if you're making boxes, treat bags, things like that. So I'm just going to stick that down to the center like so. And then this one I am going to give it a little more dimension than the first card because I think the first card's a little flat. I love the dimensionals. It's just fun to make the project, and I'll show you the difference in a minute and see if you guys can see it. We're gonna go ahead and, like I said, I use a lot of dimensionals. You would not need to use as many as I do, but my cards never fall apart. That's a bonus. So we're just gonna pick those off. All right. We're gonna stick that down to the center of our 4 by 5 1/4 inch basic white. Then we're going to go ahead and stick this to our card base, our crumb cake card base. There you go. Now, can you tell the difference? I sure can. I like the depth of this one. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this one's just a little flatter. This just looks richer. Either one is fine, but it's fun to add dimension to your card. So don't be afraid to pop those layers up. So that was a cute card. This is another absolutely fun card. I love to do this technique. You guys, if you follow me at all, know that I tend to do this a lot. This is just a 4 1/4 by 11 strip scored at 5 1/2. And this is out of the kit. So we're gonna make this card next. It's just a fun one. You're in a league all of your own. I have my card base cut, like I said, 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I didn't get this one scored real deep, as I can tell, but we're just going to crease it with our bone folder like so. Then what I do is I take it, and after you've creased it, go in and cut off, that's right, cut off part of a card flap at 2 3/4, like so. Perfect. So now we are going to take the You're in a League All of Your Own out of the kit. I just love that one. And the striped rectangles out of the kit. So we're going to fold this up, and then, whoops, stuff is flying over here. We're going to do a 4 by 5 1/4 inch for the inside of the card, and I already have that cut, so I'm going to go ahead and just stick that down while it's right in front of me. And this card really doesn't even have any stamping. You could stamp on it, but I didn't. Either way is perfectly fine. So this just fits beautifully right in your flap. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick that right down to that. Like so. Then we're going to take the 2 3/4 inch flap that we cut off, and I am going to just, look how perfect that die cut just fits right in there. A little piece of, my blade needs to be changed on my trimmer. They're very easy to change. They come in packs of 4 and you can just flip them out. So they really cut for quite a while. But I'm going to frame that and center it right towards the top like so. Then I am going to grab some of the little embellishments, and like I said, I like to do things in 3s, so I just put 3 of them right down in the corner of this card like so. If you start with the middle one and do one on each side too, it's easy to just kind of keep them in a row if you want them to be straight. So you could put, you know, dad or son right up here in the corner or down here if you wanted. I just kind of left this one plain. Then I am just going to figure out where I want it to land on my card and just kind of eyeball that. So basically I want to add my adhesive to the bottom, probably 1/3 of the card. Like I said, I'm going to be a little adhesive happy with this because I don't want it to fall off, which it's not going to, but just center that down like so. Isn't that just cute? Super fun. This would be called a fun fold card. You can write your note down in the bottom of it. Just super cute card. These are easy peasy, simple to do. Then, you know, this is a baseball kit, but I also want to show you that it doesn't have to be a guy themed kit. It really doesn't. Use your imagination. You're the best mom. How's that for fun? So we used a basic white card base, and it's just your standard. You'll notice that most of my cards are the standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cards. And when I'll be honest, when I saw this wood grain, I was kind of like, yeah, that's okay. I had more fun. Like, this is literally the last one already in the kit. So I'm going to cut this one too to 4 by 5 1/4. Like so, and there you go. There's another piece. Do not throw those away. You can use those. I use them all the time. Look at this fun paper. This is out of our designer series paper. This is called Pattern Party. This is a huge pack of paper. Look at all those super fun prints. All of our paper is 12 by 12 in this, and it is double-sided. Oh my gosh, there is just so much fun paper. Literally all kinds of themes inside it. So super fun pack. If you want a pack that's going to go a long ways, this pack is it. It is a huge paper pack, and it's a ton of fun. I love the bright colors in this floral pack of paper that I chose. So for this one, I actually went in 1/2 inch. So the last cut was 3. We're gonna go into, and I think I just cut this the wrong way. It's okay. So I cut this at 3 1/2, and then I am going to go into 4 3/4. Yep, that will work. Yep, that's right. Okay. Then I already die cut out. You know me, you know I love my Stitch So Sweetly die cuts. I just absolutely, if you only buy one die cut set, this is the one. I love these. Use them all the time. So we're gonna take our You're the Best, and you kind of have to angle this one a little bit to get it to fit in here, but it works. So I just kind of stamp that right down in there like so. And oh, I also did a You're the Best Mom. Don't we all, you know, sometimes we could just send those to ourselves, right? We hope our kids think we're the best. Or it's just perfect to send to my mom or any mom. You could put friend, whatever you want to put on there. That's what's really fun about this kit. There are tons of fun words in this kit. Ooh, and that one just, I don't like the way that gummed up just a little bit. I don't know what happened there. So once again, 2 sides to everything. And yeah. Must have just a little dauber of something on my stamp because I don't like how that's stamping, and I do. I just have a little tiny fuzzy. So let's just wash this off quick. These are Stampin' chamois. Mine is used and abused. I probably should just get a new one, but you just get them wet, wring them out, and they just clean your stamps beautifully. Super fun. Like I said, mine is really grungy because I use it all the time. Since we have tons of labels in the kit, I'm just going to punch out and grab another one because, like I said, I had a little piece of lint or something that got somehow on my stamp set, and it was goofing up the ink. There we go. Much better. So we're just going to go ahead and stick our label down to our honeybee label. This is cut in honeybee. Bumblebee, not honeybee. Oh goodness. All right, then I took more of our twine, our baker's twine that came in the kit. And I really just wanted to show you this because, you know, if you don't like baseball, this is just how you can tweak and change up your kits. Honestly, a lot of the cards I made, some have the baseball theme, but some really don't. So don't let the themes stop you. Your potential is really endless with them. So just because maybe I don't really need baseball cards, trust me, you can make these kits work for pretty much anything. That's what's really fun about them. They offer you suggestions, but the creativity is endless, and it's really up to you to create whatever you want with it, or do the simple way and do what they show. And always are, there's no right or wrong, and all the kits are always good. So once again, doesn't matter how this looks, I wrapped it 3 times with the baker's twine, and it's going to be underneath our label. So I take our label, and we're just going to go ahead and add some dimensionals on the back side of this and stick it down to our card base like so. Oops, there we go. We just have to press it down, and then we're going to stick the mom, and I kind of goofed that up a little bit because I didn't put it off to one side, but it's okay. Stick that down. Then we're going to go ahead and stick this one down to our wood grain card that we cut from our card base. And this one I did, oh goodness, we are closing that. I did pop this one off the back once again. I love dimension. It just makes such a difference in your cards. So if you want your cards to pop, dimension is a great way to make them pop off the card base. It just kind of lets them stand out a little bit. That one didn't catch. So here we go. Isn't that just fun? That paper is just so cute. You're the best, Mom. How fun. Then I did take 2 of the little red. I like to just kind of give it that nailed look, like it's just nailed to the card. That's kind of where I placed those both. And we'll go ahead. Actually had 2. I don't know if I like that or not, but I actually had 2 spaced over here, and I actually popped that off my card. Goodness, we changed this up a little bit. There's one popped up and there's one just stuck down. So either way, no right or wrong. Isn't that a fun card? So there's my alternative projects, but I do have one more. Remember how I said I love to send fun gifts? Well, what doesn't go better than sunflower seeds for baseball, right? I mean, you gotta have sunflower seeds at a baseball game. It's just a given, right? At least, oh, wait. Forgot one thing. I love to do the back of my envelope. So for this card here, I will also do the back of my envelope. Love to do this for all of my cards where I use designer series paper. I always cut a strip, and I just do usually 2.5 or just a hair over to make sure I have enough. Make sure it's longer than 5.5. And I literally just place it upside down and stick it as close as I can to that top fold of the envelope and just press it down. Then you literally take your paper snips and trim around the envelope flap. I love to either stamp on the front of the envelope or to do the envelope flap. So just what a fun card to get in the mail. Isn't that just, it's just happy mail. Everyone loves happy mail. So that's a super easy little tip and trick that we shared. Now I have, like I said, I love to send sweet treats. So this is one of the treats that they're getting this month in their kit. You're the best friend, because everybody that is in my Perks Club is obviously a great friend. So I thought this was just fun. You've got to have sunflower seeds for baseball games. It's just, at least my boys were always eating sunflower seeds. So this is the new tags that aren't these fun. These are just awesome tags. This is brand new too, and it is called the total made tags. Tailor-made tags. Sorry, total didn't sound right. I love them. They are going to be really popular, super fun. I've got several projects coming up with the tailor-made tags. So I just die cut in Night of Navy and a basic white, and we're going to use the You're the Best once again. It's just, this is just a perfect one for a friend. So we're going to stamp that kind of right in the center of the thing. There we go. Perfect. And I am going to leave my navy ink open for a second because I've got to find friend. And I'm going to take one more of my little labels. Goodness, I got ink. I must have ink on my fingers. We have some ink flying here. Okay, and we're going to use friend, which I have mounted on a block. The neat thing is, did you see how I almost stamped that and I caught that it was upside down? That's why I love our clear blocks, because you can see through them, and I would have been like, ooh, stop. So I'm just going to quick stamp that. And if you use the grid paper, it's a great way for these little things. See how I'm lining that up straight on the grid so that I can try to stamp that better? All right, there we go. That looks good. Happy with that. So I am going to take my adhesive and I am going to stick this tag together at an angle a little bit. Okay, so I just want to kind of match up the holes like so. And then I just want to angle this up. So I'm just gonna literally take my Stampin' Seal and stick it down. Then I'm gonna just cheat a little and stick a little bit up in that corner so it's down, but I wanted it to be angled. Then I'm gonna take the star and I'm gonna angle that right in the corner. So I'm just gonna put, and this is out of the Stitch Stars Love our stitch stars, and it goes perfect with this baseball kit too. So it's a fun one. And you see, I had a little piece of adhesive hanging off the side. I just tucked it underneath. So there's that, and I'm just going to angle that off the corner. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the friend. I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to stick friend down in the center of the card, like so. Then I used our gilded gold gems. I am addicted to these things. If you know me at all, you know that I am using these constantly in our cards. I love them. These are my favorite adhesive or embellishment by far. I am always putting these on cards. So it just kind of goes red, white, blue, gold. How fun is that? It's just super fun. Then our ribbon is right here, and this is out of the Pet Series combo. The stitched real red ribbon is just a beautifully fun set. We're gonna tie this to our, I'm gonna just cut that little piece of plastic out of there. We're gonna tie this to our tag. And I'm gonna use a pretty long piece because I want it to be kind of a big bow. Isn't this ribbon fun? It's just perfect with this whole baseball theme that we have going here. So set that aside. And sometimes it works great to tie your bows upside down, and it never works great to tie a bow on camera. I'm just warning you, it probably will not turn out because it knows everyone's watching. It's okay, we're not gonna let it get the best of us. So just kind of tie it down in a knot, kind of have your label tag the way you want it, and then tie your bow. These tags, I did probably use way too much ribbon, but I like that. That's just a fun bow. And then just kind of trim up your edges the way you want them to be. I like to angle the edge of my ribbon all the time. Isn't that cute? Perfect. Now, just because I don't want my tag to move around, especially in shipping to everybody, I'm going to use a mini glue dot on the back of it. I just stuck it to my finger. I'm going to stick it down to the bag. You're the best friend. Ha! Isn't that fun? I hope they love them. I just thought it was just fun. Like I said, gotta have sunflower seeds for baseball. Then I wanted to share a card with you. I have a couple projects going that I've been working on, but I always send a thank you for any orders that I received. And this is the thank you that my customers will be getting with their paper pumpkin perks. They'll get a thank you. It won't be signed, so you can use it or you can save it. I tend to be a card hoarder. Once in a while, if I get a pretty card, I just can't send it on, which I know is crazy, so then I have to make more. But anyway, this is just the fun one that I decided to make for this month, and it uses the new Plentiful Plants. I love this stamp set, and it, once again, 2 is a bundle and a suite, actually. So there is DSP Designer Series paper, lots of fun things. If you want to get the stamp set, the paper, the die cuts, you can get a bundle or a suite. A suite is everything. A bundle is just the 2. They are always discounted if you get the bundles or the suites. Look at this awesome paper called Paper Lattice. This is laser cut. Is that not fun? It's just so intricate. It's just really fun. So I have all of this card basically all cut out for you, so it will go a lot faster. I used the the Very Vanilla, and I used the thick cardstock, and it's the size of a regular card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 scored, and I'm gonna just crease it down. Then I used some soft suede, and this one is actually cut to 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4. Then I used our Tasteful, In Good Taste Designer Series paper. I love this paper, and it did carry over to the new Kellogg, which is awesome because it has lots of fun wood grains, bricks, textures. It's just a great card for backgrounds. Really fun paper to use. So I am going to use my multi-purpose glue, and I will show you how I adhered this to the card base. I just literally hit every single one of those round circles, if you can see them, with some glue. That way I'm not getting adhesive. There's lots of different ways you could use it, but this is how I did it. We also have some clear glue you could use. I like this. I think it just gives a good adhesive, and it's just a super easy way to hide that glue so it's not shown. So I just hit every one of the little circles. That way it's really even on the card and no one's going to see it. So we're going to close this up, and this is cut 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So it is as long as the card, but not as wide. And we're going to center this right down on that In Good Taste DSP. It's like a light wood. So the neat thing about this is you can play with it and move it around, but that looks pretty good as is. So as you can see, just by doing the little dots, it's stuck down. There's a little glue you can see there, but it will dry clear. So I already, to speed this up, used the stamps, and I stamped out the leaves. The leaves were stamped in the new in colors of Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen. So I used the bigger leaves in the Soft Succulent, the smaller leaves in the Evening Evergreen, and I used the Cajun Craze for the pot. Then I used the Soft Suede for the saying a little note with the biggest thanks. I am so grateful for your friendships, your orders, watching this video, your comments. I really, that's the best part of stamping, is the friendships I have met along the way. So I really love thanking my customers and all of you. So I think this set, I love the saying in this set. So we're going to start sticking it together now. Before I actually stick it down, I am going to go ahead and put this down on the soft suede. And like I said, it is the length, and it's just 3 3/4 on the inside. So there we go. Stuck that down. Then also in the In Good Taste is some wood grain paper. So I just literally cut a 1/2 inch strip of the wood grain, and this is about 2 3/4 inch long, and this is my shelf that the plant is going to sit on. So we're just going to stick that down to the card. I'm going to stick that right about there, like so. And then we're going to pop the plant, the pot, off the card with some dimensionals. And I cut this all out with the mini emboss machine and the die cuts that come in the kit. There's matching coordinating die cuts. I like to keep them all in my sets for easy storage. So we're just going to put the plant on the shelf like so. And then I did not pop up the bottom leaves, the darker leaves, which were in the Evening Evergreen. You could use your glue here. It might be easier than my tape runner, but I just grabbed the tape, Stampin' Seal. So I'm just going to kind of have that literally pretty much straight out of the pot. Then the ones that were stamped in the Soft Succulents, I am going to pop up a little bit because I want some dimension with those. So I'm going to go ahead, and somewhere I had some mini, and I don't know where they went. So I'll show you how you can get some mini ones. When you can't find your mini ones, you can just use your paper snips and take some of these little ones on the edges and fit those into the areas. And I probably wouldn't need that many, but I want my leaves to be stuck down. So here we go. This is, I just love this one. I thought was fun. This stamp set is just, it's going to be a good one. Oh goodness, we about ripped our leaves up. Okay, and then we're going to just position that off to the side a little bit of the other leaves and stick it down. Then once again, these Stitch So Sweetly die cuts, I am telling you, I love these die cuts. We're going to pop this off the card with some more die cuts. Like I said, if you want a go-to set, it is the go-to die cut set. It is great for pretty much all of our labels. Before I stick that down though, I am going to go ahead and adhere this to our card base. Oh goodness, sometimes that happens because I'm pressing too hard. You do not need to press hard with your Stampin' Seal. It just gently rolls, and if you like go really hard, that's what happens. It eats the paper. So that's what it was telling me, is lighten up there. All right, so there is that. And then I am just going to kind of tuck that a little bit right under the leaf there, like so. And actually I want to come down just a hair. I want to be able to see that lattice at the top of the note too. So isn't that cute? The leaf just kind of tucks over it. Then, like I said, I just got to have a little bling. I can't do it without a little bling. So there is a little piece of gold right there. And I think it is really fun to add a bow. It's just, everything's better with a bow, right? So I use some of our linen thread, and I like to double tie bows too. I got plenty on this one also, but it's okay. We're being a little wasteful tonight. It's fun to just take 2 strands and put them together and literally just tie a bow, and I don't need a very big bow, so I really have plenty of linen thread here for this one. It's all good. You guys have big plans for the week? I don't, except for work and stamping. I have lots of fun projects coming your way. I have watched for some classes that we'll be posting using some of our fun new sets. I've really had a ball creating. I've been down here pretty much all day. Everybody's gone and it's peaceful, and it's so much fun. Like, I'm just in my happy place right now. And soon everyone will need supper. All right, so that's still a little bit big. You can just play with it and get it to the size that you want. Then I'll just use a mini glue dot. And for some reason, these are not coming off my roll very good. So sometimes I just literally grab them off the roll, because usually you can stick your bow right to it, but this one is just not cooperating. So I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put that right at the base of the flowers, or the stems, I guess you should say. And I'm just gonna tuck my bow right down in there. And like I said, I'm gonna trim up these just a little bit more. Isn't that cute? What cute, thank you. A little note with the biggest thanks. These will be going out to anybody that orders from me during the month of June. I love to send cards and thank yous, and I always send a gift with every order of $50 or more. So, super fun card to make using the Plentiful Plants. It's just a great card. I have lots more cards to make, but I'm going to feature those in some upcoming classes. One of the classes will be using the Biggest Wish. Oh my goodness, this is a super fun stamp set. I'll just give you a little sneak peek at one of them. Check out this Happy Birthday. So watch for my posts on paperwishesbymelinda.com. I will have some classes. I will have some specials and some things coming up. Another fun class I am playing with is the Turtle Friends. Oh, how cute are these little turtles? Oh my gosh, they are just adorable. I've been having a blast. One of them is using the Sweet Ice Cream DSP, which is also in the Going Gone. So check it out. Happy birthday. It is time to celebrate. Isn't that cute? They're just super fun cards. So I have a lot of those for you. I do have one card that I am going to share that I started last week, but the video got so long, and this one is getting terribly long too. So we'll just make it really quick because everything is already cut out. This is the Polished Pink cardstock, and it's got a little, where's all these fuzzies coming from tonight? Polished Pink cardstock, cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, scored at 5 1/2. I used a piece of the polished pink, and I used our painted textures embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder. Look at the texture in that. Love, love, love that embossing folder. Then I just went out 1/8 of an inch for the mat on that. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick that down to the 4 1/4 by 5 or 4 by 5 1/4, like so. Okay, and let's see here. This is the card. It's going to say, you're absolutely amazing. Isn't that just a fun card? I love using our metallic ribbon for the metallic mesh ribbon. It's really fun for Halloween for spider webs, but it's really fun for just any card. So that's what I used on this. I used the color and contour bundle to do the flowers. These are just fun. They're 2-step flowers. So when you're stamping with those, I already have everything die cut, but I will show you really quick how you do it. And it's kind of backwards of how you would think you would do it. Oh gosh, where did the flowers go? I have them all mounted up. What the heck? Oh, whoops, they fell off the pile. Okay, so instead of stamping the outline first, stamp your inside first, like so, in the polished pink, like so, and then go over it. I used polished pink and I used basic gray. Then take your basic gray and kind of figure out how it's gonna match up on your card, and you kind of tend to, oh gosh, I can't remember how I did this. Yep, there, that looks right. So kind of lay it on your, and once again, you can see through the clear stamps, I've kind of laid it on my shape. There's really no right or wrong with it, but just kind of lay it down on there, like so, and just stamp right over it. I did so. Anyway, you can, it's not really going to matter because it's supposed to be a wispy thing. Now, I already die cut all of my shapes out because there are matching coordinating framelits for this one too. So we're just going to go ahead and check out the awesome, these are out of the color and contour dies also. Isn't this, I love these frames. This will probably be right up there with the So Sentimental. It's just so sweetly die cuts framelits. I know they're gonna move right to the front of my favorite pile real easily. We're gonna stamp You're Absolutely Amazing, and I'm gonna kind of stamp that at a little bit of an angle with the basic gray ink. Oh my goodness, that was not good. Hang on, we just had an ink attack and we need to clean our fingers off because we have gray ink everywhere. Goodness gracious, that was not good. All right, so I'm gonna flip that over and hopefully I don't have any more ink on myself. That was a big mess. Here we go. Stick one in the center like so and pop those off. Oops. And I'm just going to angle that right in the corner of the card. It's fun to angle things and give it just some angle and some dimension. So I am just going to stick one of the flowers that are already die cut down like so on the card. And we're going to stick that right down there. And then I already pre-cut and yes, tied a bow with the mini metallic mesh ribbon. And I am going to use a mini glue dot, if I can get it to stick to the bow. Oh, that one, it worked. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and stick that down in the corner. Isn't that just fun? And then we're just going to stick that to our card base, and it's just then we're going to embellish it quick. But this would be fun for a graduation card if you guys still have graduations, birthday card, just so many different reasons you could send this. A thank you, obviously. Thank you, you're amazing. Who doesn't love to be told they're amazing? So just take your pick tool, and I also love to use our rhinestone embellishments. And I just took some of the little ones and kind of just filled in the center of the flower there. You could, you know, color it in with gray, use your blends. There is a stamp actually in the set to fill it in if you wanted a yellow or a different color. But I thought it was fun to add a little bling. So I think I just took basically about 5 of them. If I can catch that one. And just kind of stuck them down. So there you go. Isn't that cute? Who doesn't love a little sparkle? You're amazing. Metallic bow. Just a fun little card. So I would go ahead and put a white card base inside it, and there's another fun card. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, I'll be sending some more videos on this week with a couple classes and tutorials. Don't forget to sign up for the next paper pumpkin. It looks amazing. Sign up is on from now until June 10th. If I can help you with anything, paperwishesbymelinda.com. Once again, join my Facebook group if you have a chance. Thank you. You guys are all amazing, and I hope you all have a great day. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this video. I hope you've learned something. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.